Good morning. It's Monday again, Shibashi time. Don't know who we'll get today. So let's have a little wait and see who joins us. Tubbs is joining. Hello, Tubbs. Morning, Jane. Right, I think she's moved out. Hi, Joanne. Right, I've had quite a busy weekend outside, so we've had 2 days flat outside, taking advantage of the lovely weather. It's a bit chillier this morning, but because of that, a little bit achy, so we'll have some serious stretching before we start. Morning, Jean. So Monday motivation again. Hope everyone's well. Still waiting for my jab, so you'll hear all about that when I do get it. Morning, Janet. So yeah, we'll do a bit of a longer warm up with some more stretches in it today. As you can see, missing the hairdresser badly now, so another couple of weeks and I think this will be tied up behind. Morning, Connie. You've been gardening too? Yeah, I think anyone hopefully took advantage of the weekend because it was so nice out there. I mean, we were just clearing stuff, moving a compost heap, which was a job I've been putting off for ages. But yeah, I really feel it in my arms. I've been sorting things back and shifting stuff. It's good. I mean, it's free exercise, but the whole body's not quite used to it at the moment. So yeah, we'll have a nice stretch out this morning. It's my mum's birthday today as well, so happy birthday, Mum, when you log on later. I think she's busy fielding phone calls from everyone right now, so I'm going to give her a bell at lunchtime, I think. St David's Day, so anyone of Welsh persuasion, happy St David's Day to you as well. We haven't got any daffodils out here yet. There are some that are up, but they're not open. We're not quite warm enough, but I know over at Mum's, which is only 20 miles away, they've got daffodils out and it looks beautiful. So depending on where you are, you might have some daffodils. Maybe pick a couple, bring them in. So St David's Day, I'll probably make Andy some Welsh cakes later. Get the griddle out. So yeah, that will be our day today. We've got a B&Q order coming, but Andy is around, so hopefully he can deal with everybody and I shouldn't get interruptions. We have had the internet going off and on a little bit already this morning, so fingers crossed it'll hold up for us while we do this. I'll say happy birthday to Mum, yeah. 3 years ago today, we were over on Lundy for Mum's big birthday and we were snowed in and it was freezing cold. So we're a lot warmer than we were 3 years ago. So every year now I get it pop up on my Facebook feed and I think, God, that was so cold. That was so cold. But yeah, we're much warmer now. So we will start with our warm up. I've got sequins all over the floor. Actually, I'll show you this. I've been making rabbits for Easter. So I'm getting ready for Easter. And I've been making these little rabbits up from scrap fabrics that's here. So the Easter bunnies are going to be available in the egg shed. My Easter bunnies, both sides. So I've got, I started with 2, and you know what happens with rabbits. So I'm getting quite a good supply of them, but I've been cutting up sequin fabrics. There's sequins all over the place in here. So I might get a sequin stuck to the bottom of my foot. Who knows? Okay, we'll start with our warm up. Feet facing forwards. And we're just going to move the head slowly from right to the left. Starting to gently stretch out the neck. Slow move, taking the eyes round with you, then drop the chin and roll through. one side, over to the other side. Try and release the tension. Then we're going to bring the head back to centre. We're going to take the hands behind the back of the neck and clasp the fingers together. So you're like that, but supporting the back of the neck, and just stretch the neck slightly backwards and bring it to the front again. So just a gentle stretch. Think about the nose going up, trying to lengthen the spine, head to the front, and one more, stretching up and back. Bring it to the front. And while we've got our fingers clasped, we're going to turn the hands away from us, straighten out the arms, and then you're going to try to bring the arms up straight as far as they'll go. So if they can come all the way up, brilliant. But if you only get to here, don't worry. Go to wherever you can reach. And bring them up again. And this time, wherever you get to, you're going to send the elbows out, the backs of the hands touching the crown of the head, stretching up, elbows out, and again. So if your arms aren't going up as high as mine, they're coming to here, and bringing those hands in to the forehead, whatever they can reach. Do a couple more, elbows pulling out, stretching up, and down. Release the hands. We're going to take the head still and just move the eyes. So you're going to look up, down, left and right. I think Tubbs is going to make a nuisance of herself today. Left and right. So just moving the eyes to look up, down, left and right. One more. Coming up, down, left and right. You can take a hand across the body and hold your shoulder down with it. So I'll come a little bit closer for you. So arms going across, hand on the opposite shoulder. Holding that shoulder down, I'm going to just stretch the neck over, away from the hand. Try and hold that stretch for about 5 seconds. Bring the head back to centre. And again, stretching over. Feel the stretch in the side of the neck. And back to centre. One more. Stretching away from the hand. Still looking forwards. Back to centre. Changing sides. The hands coming up to the other shoulder. Holding that shoulder down. Looking forwards. And stretch the neck away. Come back to centre. Now the shoulder will want to do this. We're trying to stop it from going with the neck. Stretching away from the hand. Back to centre. One more. Stretching away. And coming back to centre. Drop the arms. Shoulders up to the ears. And let them drop. Bringing them up. Let them drop. Depending on the length of your neck, depends how close to the ears they get. Let them drop. Then single shoulders, up and down, up and down. At least 3 to each side. Try and get those worn out gardening shoulders working. Then take the whole arm, circle the whole arm forwards and around. Feel it in the top of my arms, like digging and forking, and back. At least 3 circles back. Changing arms forwards and around. And then circling back. Hands are coming into the front of the shoulders, and we're going to do the same with the elbows. Coming forwards and around with the elbow. Again, at least 3 circles forwards and then 3 back. Changing sides, coming forwards and around. And then heading back. Drop those arms, so side stretching, pushing up to the sky and down to the earth, lengthening both sides, turning the head to face that top hand. Move back a bit so you can see my hand. Flat hand, flat hand. Holding it for a couple of breaths and changing sides. So you're trying to think length through both sides of the body. One side always goes better than the other one. And one more to each side. So not side bending at this stage. We're going to do a bit of that in a minute. And then the other side. Reaching up, pushing down, feeling the spine lengthen. Drop the hands, stretching across the chest, the bow and arrow stretch. I know you all like and love this one. Across the front, pointing out one arm long, looking down that long arm, pulling back with your chest arm, bent elbow. And the other side, pointing the arm out, pulling back across the chest, looking down that long arm. One more to each side. Although it's cold outside, I'm getting quite warm in here. Might be shedding a layer soon. And the other side. Swing the arms around the torso. Nice brisk swing. Warm those shoulders up. Tap in the front of the shoulder blades. Hands come into the front. Soft elbows, soft wrists. You're just going to move the wrist, circling the hands inwards. Side on, you can see my arms aren't straight. And then we're going to circle them back the other way. Make 2 really strong fists facing away from you. And then stretch those fingers out wide. Back into fists, big stretch of those fingers. And one more, into fists, stretch the fingers. We'll take it back into fists and we're going to circle both hands the same direction. So it doesn't matter whether you're clockwise or anti-clockwise, but with the fist, circle that wrist around. Trying to keep the shoulders down, arms and elbows fairly still, then circle back the other way. Not that easy, this. Okay, still the hands. Going to release the fingers, turn the right hand palm up and then gently pull back on the fingers to stretch out the inner wrist. Should be looking at something like this. If you need to come lower or higher to get that stretch, work to wherever you need to. And the other side, palm up, pull back down on those fingers. Should know what's coming next. Heels of the hands into the lower back. It's the kidney wiping. This is where you'll feel it if you've been gardening. Going to push down and out. Pushing down and out on the lower back. Feel it in the shoulders. pushing down, pushing down. Drop the hands, going to circle that waist round one way, keeping the feet flat to the floor. It's the imaginary hula hoop, going one way round and back the other way. Then we're coming down to the knees. I'm going to give the knees a good rub in and around the knee joint. Keep looking towards the floor so you're not straining the back of the neck. And as always, keep rubbing the knees if you've got any difficulties here. But if your knees are okay, we're going to have fingers on the knees and just circle both knees inwards. And then back the other way, circling both knees out. Then we're going to keep the hands to the knees, a little bit further up if you need to, looking up to the right, back through centre to the left. Now only go down as low as you can comfortably go, especially if you've got any kind of heart problems, dizziness. Then try to make sure you're keeping your head above your heart. If you know you're okay and don't have any issues like that, then you can take your head lower. Straightening back up to the feet and ankles. We're going to lift a heel up and circle the ankle round. I've gone for the Nora Batty look today, wrinkled stockings. Then circle back the other way. Ball joints of the foot are staying on the ground, just rotating the ankle one way and then the other way. Change feet, so up onto the toes, circle the ankle. Give you a flash of leg, cheer up the Monday, and then back the other way. Drop the heel down. Going to take one foot, half a step forwards. You're going to shift the weight into your standing leg as you lift from the toe, coming back up to the heel, just for a gentle calf stretch. Lower it back down and then lift again. Hopefully feeling this through the back of the bottom of the leg, which is your calf muscle, and toes down. One more. A lift and release. Turn that whole leg so it faces to the side, pelvis is still facing forwards. Same again, lift and lower. Lift and lower. One more. Stepping back, changing feet. Half a step forwards, lifting from the toes, but you're coming right up onto that heel to feel the calf stretch. Lower it down. And again, lift. So say lift the toes, but it's not just the toes. It's from the toes. Then turning the leg to the side, knees facing out as well. Feel the bottom switch on as you lift and lower again. Stretching up through the outside of the leg more this time. Lift and lower. Coming back to facing forwards, we're going to heel tap to the front. So you're going to bring a foot up, tap the heel with the opposite hand. Tap, tap. Go quite fast with this if you can. Starting to work on shifting the balance from one leg to the other. Doesn't matter if you reach your ankle or higher up your leg. And then the same to the rear. Kicking the leg up and tapping towards the heel. Might find the first two you miss a bit, then you get into the swing of it. Okay, back to the front, and we're going to march through the feet, so you're going to march on your toes, toes, coming up as high as you can with this, so toes, toes, heels, heels, outside foot, inside foot, inside foot. So that's the movement, toes, toes, heels, heels, out, out, in. Try and get quite a speed up. Toes, toes, heels, heels, out, in. Change feet. So if you usually lead with your right foot, change to your left. Toes, toes, heels, heels, out, in. Toes, toes, heels, heels, out, in. Hi, Pauline. Out, in. Right. I'm going to grab a quick drink. We are going to do a couple of roll downs. Try and stretch out through the back. I think I'll take this off. It's getting warmer already. Okay, a rolling roll down. Now, again, if you've got problems with your heart, problems with the brain, so I mean anything like blood pressure, stroke related, anything you need to keep a check on there, try and keep your head above your heart if you think it's going to send you into a dizzy spell. Only go down a little ways. So I'll do it first of all with the smaller version and then show you going all the way down for people who can manage it. So we are going to take the right arm. I'm going to first of all take a breath in, and on the out breath you're going to bring the right arm up. So it's coming up straight first of all. Then on the in breath we're going to side bend, and as you take that breath in you're going to reach forward slightly and let the arm drop. On the out breath the other arm's going to swing into play. You take a breath in as you bring it up the other side, and then a breath out down. So you start with one arm and finish with the other arm. Whichever arm you finish with, we'll try that one first. So it's a rolling roll down. We're going to take a breath in first, doing nothing. Then a breath out, arm comes up. And a breath in, it comes over and around. Breath out through the bottom as you change arms. Breath in to bring the other arm up. And a breath out down to the side. So that's a smaller version if you need to watch what's going on, keeping the head above the heart. If you can manage it, we'll do a bigger version where you're properly rolling all the way down. So whichever arm you start with, going to bring the arm up on the out breath. So take a breath in first of all, and then breathing out, arm comes up. Breathing in, you side bend over and roll forward. Breathe out at the bottom, change arms. Breathe in as you bring that arm up, and out as it comes to the side. Take a breath in. Arm coming up. And in as you side bend and roll forward. Breathing out at the bottom, change your arms. And breathe in, pulling the arm up and out as it comes down. Everyone got that? We're going to do 3 on the bounce. No, 4, because then we'll equal up both sides. So 4 on the bounce. Doesn't matter which arm you start with. You're going from one arm to the other. So I'm going to take a breath in. And breathing out, arm comes up. Breathe in, bending over and forwards. Breathe out as you change arms through the bottom. Breathing in, arm comes up and out to the side. Then that arm's coming back up. Breathing in and out. In and out. In and out. 2 more. Take a breath in and out. Breathing in, coming over and around. Breathing out at the bottom. Breathing in and out. Last one. Take a breath in, out, and in as you come over. Out as you reach the floor. Changing arms. Breathing in. Out. So it's a bit confusing as you go from one side to the other of that. Hi Nat, good morning. Hi Lynn. I don't think I've missed anyone else. If I've missed you, I'm sorry. So that's a roll down, but we're also rolling from side to side as well. It's quite a good one to get you up in the morning. That's just an egg customer, I think. So yeah, hopefully everyone feels a bit taller, a bit more supple, a bit less achy. If you are struggling because you've overdone it, then don't push yourself too hard. Think about stretching, be conscious of the body. We're going to start our Shibashi set, feet facing forwards. Okay, so slightly soften those knees. Think about your position as you relax into Wuji. Slightly tilt that pelvis backwards, make sure the bottom's switched off. You have a grab of your bum, should be all soft and gorgeous, not all hard and wrinkled up like a prune. So you shouldn't be clenching at all. Think about having a lovely, soft, squidgy bottom. Soften the knees. Then length through the front of the body. So think about being pulled up slightly taller from the centre of the breastbone. Make sure the shoulders are relaxed and down. Arms are open, hanging just to the side of the body. So with those shoulders down, you've got soft elbows, soft hands, soft wrists, a little fingernail, little fingertip, just to be resting towards the side of the front of the thigh. Think about the head position now. So as you slow the breathing down, chin is just relaxed. You've not dropped the head forward or back. Neck's nice and straight, and there's a golden thread taking you a tiny bit taller through the spine. Breathing in and out through the nose, or in through the nose and out through the mouth. Slowing the breathing down. Trying to get to at least 5 seconds on the in-breath and 5 seconds on the out-breath. Remembering as you breathe in, let that belly expand. And then breathing out, just squeezing the air out from the pelvic floor muscles through the stomach muscles until finally the rib cage drops. So trying to concentrate on that belly breathing. Relaxing in Wuji, calming the mind. We'll step out to commence, stepping out at least shoulder width apart. Remember, knees behind toes, 70% effort. Make sure you're nice and secure to the ground. Soften those knees. Stick the bottom out a tiny bit. I'm going to bring the hands up as we breathe in, straightening up through the legs, and then breathe out, lowering it back down, breathing in. So as you're moving up and down, really feel the thighs starting to work. Breathing in and out. Think about the movement downwards being like the start of a squat. Breathing in and out. Trying to keep the torso of the body, so from the pelvis up through the shoulders into the head. That's all staying in a straight neutral line. We're not bending forwards or backwards. Breathing in and out. And change. Broadening one's chest. Breathing in. Arms to the sides. Breathing out. Lowering it back down. Breathing in. And out. Slow and controlled. And out. Gaze is forward, but you're still clocking the hands in your peripheral vision. So even when they're out here, if you wiggle those fingers, you can still see them at the corner of your eyes. Not sticking the chest out. Breathing in. And out. And change. Dancing with rainbows. Going to the side, bending into one knee. Breathing out. Arms coming over. So as you breathe in, eyes follow that active hand moving across the head till the head turns and the eyes pick up the other hand. Breathing in. And out. So that's 3. We've got at least 3 more to do. Breathing in. And out. Making sure you're not leaning forwards, you're not leaning backwards, keeping that spine nice and neutral. And out. Breathing in. And out. One more breath, I think. Taking a breath in. Turning the head. And breathing out. Bringing the hands back to the front, circling arms as you lower down. That's your out breath. Crossing at the wrists. Breathing in. Straightening up. Breathing out. Lowering back down. So now you're back to that start of the squat movement with the bottom half of the body. Keeping the torso straight. Really working the top of the legs. Breathing in. And out. Trying to keep equal weight through both feet. And be conscious of what your toes are doing. That you might find your toes are starting to wiggle about. They're starting to stick up a bit. Try and keep them flat to the floor. Breathing out. And in. And out. Breathing out. Change. Hands are coming to the waist, twist waist, swinging arm. So it's an in-breath as you turn. Bring the arm up and over. And then breathe out, crossing the hands at the front. Breathing in. Slightly straightening through those legs on the in-breath. Then as you take that out-breath, you can settle back down, working those thighs. Breathing in. Reaching to the front. Breathing out. Start of your squat, pelvis has gone back. Breathing in. And out. Breathing in. And out. Last one to this side. Settle back into that squat position, hands, backs of the hands facing away from you. Breathing in, arms are coming up, change now to row in a boat. Breathing out, coming down. Straightening up through the legs on that in-breath as you bring the hands up. Then slide back with the pelvis on the out-breath, bending into those knees. Breathing in and then lowering it down. You're only moving maybe an inch up and down. We're not aiming to go too low, just enough to start working the muscles of the legs. Keeping the feet flat. And facing forwards. Last one, big breath in. And lowering down on the out breath. So you should be in a down position, working those legs, holding a ball. So you're going to shift the weight into whichever direction you're going. As the arm comes across the body, lift the heel. Take a breath in. Turn the hand. And breathe out, back through centre. So in the centre position, you're working those thighs again. Breathing in as you reach across, straighten the standing leg, come up onto your toes. Breathe out, back through centre, lowering back down. If you can, you're coming up on both lots of toes. And out. Eyes following the moving hand, but the head is not going forwards or back, it just goes side to side as you use the movement of the eyes, looking down at that hand as you lower the heels down on the out breath. Breathing in and out. So only lift up the heel on the one balanced leg if you can't manage to lift the other one. The standing leg, you're coming up just a little bit to challenge that balance. Breathing out. Do one more to each side. Breath in. Every time you come up onto these toes, you're strengthening through the ankle joint. There's cows just walked in my drive. Andy, bear with me, folks. There's cows coming. Bloody buggers. My nice new drive as well. end of it. Two nice chaps who are nothing to do with the cows. They're just running around my new drive and my front lawn. Lovely. Right, anyone who knows where we are here, they were Simon's cows. Surprise, surprise. Sorry about that, folks. So I don't know where you're at, whether you've just given up and you're having a rest, waiting for me to come back. We got as far as carrying the moon. So nice, relaxing Tai Chi session. Andy appeared and said, "Oh, I saw you running about outside." Welcome to the madhouse. Feet facing forwards. Got to calm myself down now after just running round the front lawn. Okay. Carrying the moon. So we're starting knees back behind toes, tilt that pelvis back, hands forward. So if you're holding this beach ball, going to take a breath in, keeping the feet flat, turning to the side. And a breath out, back through centre. So you should be slightly squat through the legs, breathing in and out. So for the whole of this exercise, you're really working the legs. Oh, I've got to calm my pulse down now. Breathing in and out. And out. Working those sides. You feel the weight shift slightly from one foot to the other. Doing about a sort of 60-40 weight shift. Keeping those thighs working. If I remember this now, it'd be a miracle. Okay, last one to this side. And breathing out. Take a breath in as you straighten up through the legs. Thinking about the torso being in a good position. Elbows coming into the side, carry on turning. Twist waist, push palm. Breathe in, back through centre. Breathing out. And in. And out. And in. Breathing out. Very slight bend of the knees, shifting the weight again as you twist through the waist. Breathing in. I think I'm going a bit fast now. I've got to slow myself down. Breathing out. Yeah. And in. Breathing out. Pushing the heel of the hand away, we'll change playing with clouds. Bringing the hands in, take a breath in. Change the hands over, breathing out. And in. So again, you're fairly straight through the legs. There's a slight softness in the knee, so we're not looking at dead straight legs. Movements coming from the waist. Breathing in. Eyes focusing on the palm of that top hand. Breathing out. Okay, to the side now. So whichever side you've landed up, you're going to take that foot half a step forward and turn it. Scooping, sit, breathing in, scooping, breathing out, lowering back down. You start to really feel the legs working now as you raise that back heel, drop the heel, raise the front toes. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Now remember, if you're fit enough, then you can go as low as you want to and come back into extension on the out breath. Breathing in, and we'll change sides. Arms coming down, step that foot back, twist to the other side. Breathing in, heel comes up. Breathing out, heel down, toes up. Soft through those legs. Breathing in and out. So make sure you're not locking the knee out as you raise your toes. Breathing in and out. And go to wherever's comfortable for you. Breathing in. You can go a little way forwards, that's fine. Still working those legs. And out. Slowly lowering that back heel down. Okay, stay on this side, both hands now. Breathing out as you push away and in as you pull them forwards. Breathing out. Rocking through those feet. Think about what the bottom half of the body's up to. Breathing in and out. And in. And out. Changing sides. Heel comes down, straighten the foot and turn the other one. See me shifting a bit so I don't go off camera too much. Pushing away on the out breath. Breathing in as you pull the toes up. Playing with waves. Breathing out. Lifting the heel. Breathing in, pulling up the toes. So you see there's still a bend in this leg. And in. Breathing out. Because you're sending the arms out straight, this will probably be the one of these three moves that you find the balance the hardest on. Keeping it slow and controlled. Pushing away on the out breath. And breathing in. Now we'll change to spreading wings. You're going to push away, turn the palms to face you. Take a breath in, arms come wide. Breathing out, they reach forwards. Breathing in, toes up. Breathing out, heel up. Remember, the hands don't need to meet each other. They're coming to about shoulder width apart. And thumbs stay down. Breathing in as the arms come wide. And breathing out. Back to centre on your in breath. Changing the feet over. Breathing out. And in. push yourself forwards and then pull back. Coming back to centre on that in-breath. Feet now both facing forwards, arms coming into the sides. Take a breath in, then we're going to punch away. Breathing out and in. Breathing out and in. You find a little bit of a lift and lower happening, not too much. Think about keeping those legs still working from the top of the legs. So your knuckles stay, fingernails facing up. And then as you breathe out, you turn the hand, push the knuckles away from you. Breathing in, breathing out, and in. Come in at shoulder height if you can. And remember, we don't fully straighten the arm, still keep the elbow soft. Breathing in. We'll do one more to each side. No idea what the time's doing or anything now. I've been completely thrown by the cattle wrangling. Okay, release the hands to the side, little fingers come into the side of the thighs. Give them a wiggle, soften the knees. It's flying like a wild goose. You're coming up onto the toes as you take a breath in. Arms come up and then breathe out. Lower it down, heels down, sending that pelvis slightly back. Breathing in, up onto the toes and out, lowering down. Now this is where we're concentrating on trying to get both legs to work equally. So as you lower, 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 slowly down, you're trying to get both heels to touch the floor at the same time. And my right one always wants to come down before the left, because I do most of the work with that. So it's trying to control your legs, breathing in on that slow release. So hopefully both heels hit the ground at the same time. Breathing in and out. So you've got your bend at the knee at the bottom. Breathing in, last one, and out. Heels coming down. Both hands now palms face each other. I'll do the full movement. If you need to, you do the smaller one. Take a breath in. We're taking torso and head round with us. And then breathing out through the bottom. So it's spinning wheel. Breathing in. And out. Bending through one leg as you're coming up. Straightening them both. Bending through the other one as you're lowering down. Change direction at the bottom. Take a breath in. And remember, if you're doing the smaller movement, then keep the head fixed and facing forwards. Breathing out. And in. Last one round. And out. Straightening back up to the front. Going into bouncing a ball. So you're going to either lift the heel or the whole leg, or the whole leg and a lift and lower, whichever version you want to. Okay, so we're going to take a breath in and then a breath out. Opposite hand, breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. So you're shifting the weight to your standing leg. As you bring the the other leg up, knees coming up, hands coming up. Got a straight leg here now for the lift and lower. Then as you reach across, you're coming into a soft knee now. Straightening up. So we've got soft knees through the middle of the movement. Coming up. And up. So breathe in for one leg and out for the other one. So you're moving a little bit faster on this one. Use the hand to help you balance, pushing down, coming up and down. Do one more to each side. Okay, remembering you can still just lift the heel to help you get that movement. Then come into centre, feet facing forwards. Soften those knees, pelvis tipping back, straight through the torso. Breathing in, press palms. Hands are coming up to the nose, then turning for that out breath. So as you breathe in, arms are a little bit further away from the body. Then as you breathe out, a little bit closer, and you're lowering down, firing up those legs again. Breathing in, straightening up through the legs, breathing out, pushing down into that start of the squat, breathing in, and out, and in, and out. So we're thinking in, turning the hands, out. One more, breathing in, and out. Stepping back together, hands coming up into soft prayer, down through the centre. Make sure you've got equal weight through both feet. Left and right hand onto the lower tummy. Close your eyes and take some long deep breaths in and out. As you're doing this, think about that pelvis nudging slightly back again. Might have swayed forwards. Soften the knees. Bums nice and soft and squidgy. No muscles switched on there now. Nice and relaxed. Make sure these thumbs are relaxed in front of you. You're not holding any tension through the hands. Shoulders are relaxed and down. Elbows are relaxed. Jaw and head's relaxed. And take some long deep breaths in and out. As you breathe in, feel the belly expand beneath those hands. As you breathe out, squeezing the air out from the pelvis, through the stomach muscles, till the rib cage drops. Take a breath in, letting it all go, let it all hang out. And breathing in. Okay, thank you everyone for joining in. If you stuck with me after the Cowgate incident, we're going to just quickly bring you back into the room. Rub the hands, brisk rub of the hands together, and then the face, in and around the face. And then we're going to go into the scalp. Should have really took my iPad with me so you could have been part of the cow wrangling, shouldn't I? Instead of just looking at space for no 5 minutes or whatever it was. Then we're going to tap down the outside of both arms. Tap up the insides. Tap down the outside of the legs from the bottom all the way to the ankles if you can get there. Up the inside. And then wipe. Outside arms, inside arms, outside of the legs, all the way down, inside of the legs. Oh, thank you so much for joining in. Happy birthday, Sharon's mum, from Ellie. I will let her know, Ellie. I'm giving her a phone at lunchtime. Yeah, snazzy socks. I got a drawer full of snazzy socks. So yes, apologies for the cattle break. It's typical, isn't it? The broadband's held up, which is good. But then I get interrupted by cows. Oh well. Nothing ever happens in the country, does it? Nothing happens at all. So thank you for joining in. I'll be back again next week. Hopefully, this is why I so much prefer if I can do this in the hall. Even if I'm doing this in the hall to nobody, it's better because I've got that clear time of no interruptions. But thanks for joining in. Oh, Jean, you remember what it's like chasing cows, no doubt. I'm going to have a bit of lunch in a minute. Have a good week, everyone. Try not to overdo the gardening. I know you're all probably going a bit mad out there, getting everything ready, but we'll all have lovely gardens. Yes, it's entertaining, isn't it? Oh, we live our lives around animals. Okay, I will love to everyone, and I'll see you all next week. This will be posted up on YouTube, as always, so if you've missed it or need to pass it on to a friend, then pop over to there. Hit subscribe and a thumbs up for me, that'd be lovely. I'm slowly getting my numbers up. We'll get there eventually. And I'll see you soon. So, bye for now.